I'm getting messages from other people on Discord. Where you been?
Where the fuck are you? Yeah. Well, Mayday was in before. He was watching the test stream with me, and he asked about you. I said I saw where he had been online. I said I had missed him the other night. I said so. I says I know he's working on his car, his daughter's car. He's like, oh, okay. I said so he's around. So he was asking about you.
Well, I just had things I had to do here lately.
I
And,
get it. Real life first.
you know, when you have to go out there and work on a car for all friggin' day. And
Mm-hmm. Well, I told him, I'm like, I said he's got back issues, and I says, remember, he's got vision issues too.
that's been my biggest problem as far as working on stuff. I mean, I've had to get my daughter to come out there and let me like, you see this? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do I unplug that? Because
Yeah.
I can't see the plugs to work it, for
Mm-hmm.
things.
I get it.
But then also, I'm on a 30-pound weight limit. That was part of my disability,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been, yeah, uh, them
Yeah.
heads. I don't know how much they weighed, but they were freaking heavy.
Yeah.
And I've done it, but I've
You're paying the
paid
price.
for it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So, when after being out there all day, I come in and I hadn't been getting on the computer and,
I hear you, buddy. I hear you. No one's trying to throw blame your way. We're just like, hey, people are asking about you, and like, hey, is he okay? Or
I'm just saying.
oh yeah, it's all good. I'll let them know that we saw
Like
you.
I skipped out on all my friends. I just
No, we don't think that. They're just wondering if you're okay.
doing what I needed to do and eating and sleeping. But I felt bad. I mean, my youngest daughter,
Mm-hmm.
we bought her that car, and then the timing chain broke on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we gave her that PT Cruiser, and she got to drive it for not even a week, and the head gasket went out on it. So I feel bad for her. And then on top of that, when my older daughter got old enough to drive, we were in a better financial situation.
Mm-hmm.
So she got a nicer vehicle than my younger daughter's getting, and I feel bad about that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my oldest daughter got my Avalanche, which, it
Mm-hmm.
was. Oh goodness, it wasn't a new car then, but I'd bought it brand new, so it was in good shape, and it was, well, when I bought it, the window sticker on it was $58,000.
Mm-hmm.
So of course by the time she got it, it was, hell, my mind ain't wanting to work, add up how old it was, but it was still, when she got it, I think the value on it was about $13,000. And then when my youngest got old enough to drive, well, I couldn't afford a $13,000 car, so I got her that Volkswagen, and it cost $8,000, but then it died. And hell,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel bad about that, So
Well,
I've been doing more than I normally would do to try and at least have her something to drive,
yeah. A sign of a good dad, though.
But boy, it's killing me.
You have a C2, don't you?
Nope,
I thought you did.
not me.
Hmm. Carrick?
I've got a Carrick,
Okay, that's what it is then.
and I've got a Merchantman.
Oh, okay.
So, but no
Yeah, I'll bet.
C2. I really need to I really need to log in and check things out. I haven't played in so long. I know I got an email telling me that I could name my character.
You want to do that before the next wave of namers comes in.
Discord, where you been?
Where the fuck are you? Yeah.
Uh,
Well, Mayday was in before. He
So
was
I guess I
watching
need
the
to do
test
that.
stream with me.
I don't know nothing about it. I watched a hold on. I opened your stream. I gotta lower the volume there. I don't need to hear you twice. But I watched a video today about the reputation changes that was upcoming in Star Citizen.
Mm-hmm.
And that looked kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, just playing around with the settings. The naming your ship thing is pretty cool. They doing it in waves, as you know. So, like, if you pledged for the ship in like 2018, you get to go first, and then 2019, and so on.
Did you do it in game, or do you do it?
No, you do it on the site. You do it on the site. If you open up the site, log in, and go to your hangar. When you go to your hangar, there's an option there. It says, like, you have one ship that's eligible to be named. So, let me see here. Let me get this loading, and I will show you what I mean. So, let me log in real quick, and then I'll share that screen.
It's been so long, it's wanting me to authenticate.
Yeah, good idea. You ain't doing shit till you authenticate, buddy.
Well, it has been a while.
Okay, so we go into the hangar. Let me share that on screen. Here we go. Bink. So you go into the hangar, and mine was part of the scoundrel pack, so I gotta find that in this stack of crap. Here we go. So right in here it says contains one nameable ship. So you can just expand that out and then hit rename ships.
Contains one nameable ship.
If you go into your hangar, log in and go to your hangar. Yep. And go down in your hangar and find your Carrack. Is your Carrack part of a package, or was it standalone?
Well, it's a standalone, but it came with the.
Okay. So find your Carrack in your list of assets.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a little name tag right there. You just expand it out, and there'll be an option that says rename ships, or rename ship. Now, mine's named after Palor, our golden retriever that passed away. So, yep.
Give me a second. It's been a while since I've been on here, and I was looking, and I'm like, it's showing all these ships, and I'm like, a Cutlass Blue? I don't have a Cutlass Blue. Well, it's been upgraded, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like my Carrack. It doesn't list it. I wish they would change that. You know, my Carrack doesn't say Carrack. It says Aspira Prowler LTI. And then, if you know, in small writing below it, it says contains a Carrack and 5 other items.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish they would just change that so that it shows what it currently is. Just like you said. Because that can be confusing. I mean, especially if you've got, like, I've got multiple Auroras that have been upgraded. So they always show Aurora, and I'm like, well, which one is this? I got to click it and then expand it out and then see which one it is.
Well, that was weird.
What's that? I don't need to go there. I need to go over here. Yeah, so far the graphics settings seem to be just fine. I haven't noticed any huge slowdowns. I'm streaming from the same computer that I'm gaming at right now, and it seems to be okay.
My doggone thing auto-filled for the rename the ship thing, and it named it my ship account.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's Ron69 is named my character now.
Well, that's
I'm
awesome.
hoping I can change that again. I guess I need to think of a name real quick, don't I? Damn.
Well, it's funny because I'd planned later to do a stream about that, but there are several sites. Let me pull it up real quick. There are several sites that you can use to generate ships.
Oh no, I'm more of a come up with something unique and different here.
Mm-hmm. So, like, for me, it was the good insanity, the anger of the rovers, the rancid deceit. These are all pirate ship names. The curse of the plague.
How big can the name be?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I know I put in Heart of Gold, and that fit, but somebody had already taken it. So the words Heart of Gold fit, but they weren't an option to use.
32 ASCII characters.
Cool.
No non-consecutive dashes and spaces are. Non-consecutive dashes and spaces are allowed.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try that. Alrighty. Well,
Yep.
my character's name
Sweet.
is the SS because, well, every big-ass ship ought to start with SS.
Yeah.
It's the SS All Hope Lost.
Oh, I like that. That's a good name. All hope lost.
I didn't put a lot of thought into it.
Well, for me, my primary choice, like I said, was gone. My secondary choice, not that hard of a stretch, because Paylor.
What I really should have named it is like my minivan or Ron's minivan or Mom's minivan or something like that. Whenever anybody asks me about the character, that's what I tell them. It's not the sexiest vehicle, but it's kind of like the minivan. You don't love showing it off. You don't love driving it, but every time you turn around, you're using the damn thing because it's like a minivan. It's just super handy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you're like, oh, I'm gonna load some, the rock and some other ground vehicles and take them somewhere. Well, you use the carrot. I mean, you got a bunch of people want to play with you. You use the carrot. I mean, it's like a minivan.
It's a no-brainer.
It's so funny because the week that the carrot came out in game is the week I started playing Star Citizen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I absolutely, positively hated the Carrack.
I remember.
Because I was new to the game, and, I'm trying to learn all this new stuff, but all the info, everything is just Carrack this, Carrack that, and I'm like, we on the Carrack. I need to know how to do this.
Yep.
And everybody was just so gung-ho about it. It was, how it is.
Oh, yeah, you remember all the people spamming the Carracks at PO and not taking them off the pads?
Yeah.
So I couldn't even spawn my cat because there was four assholes sitting there with a Carrack on each double O landing pad. You're like, some of us are trying to run cargo here, fuckers. Take your selfie somewhere else.
The first day I played, I took off at PO and somebody rammed me in a Carrack.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, friggin' really?
Yep. It was wall-to-wall assholes for a while.
You're just showing that you got more money than you got sense buying that big-ass thing.
Right. Flight ready.
Later on, I'm one of those assholes.
Yeah, but you melted stuff to get yours. I remember.
Yeah. Well, I mean, mine's an upgrade from a Prowler. And I love the Prowler. I thought it was fun. But it's kind of like the man that gives up his Mustang or Camaro or Corvette, you know, for a four-door car to haul the family around in, you know?
Sacrifices have to be made.
I really liked the Carrack, I mean the Prowler, but I got a lot more uses for the Carrack.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to get me a Caterpillar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, but I want to be able to haul ground vehicles. And I can't do that in the Cat. You know? And I mean,
Thank you. And please
I'm not the kind of person that's got enough money to buy both, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to looking, you know, what can I haul cargo in and haul ground vehicles in?
It was at that moment he joined the Carrot Club.
Well, I mean, at the moment, the only thing that you could do was a Carrack, you know? I mean, I guess now, you know, maybe the C2 or the H2 or, you know, I guess they can do ground vehicles and all, but...
Yeah.
But at the time, Carrack was the option, so...
Yep.
And I get more use out of it than I did the Prowler, even though that Prowler was a sexy beast.
Yeah, she still is.
Well, they were talking about nerfing it.
The Prowler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they said it was supposed to be a drop ship. So they wanted it to have good shields, you know, to keep the people alive and everything. But they didn't want it to be a fighter. And, well, it was a good fighter. Man, that thing's a beast. Of course, I ain't played in so long, they might have changed it by now. But back then, it was a beast. I was not a very good combat pilot, but I could still go out in that thing and do pretty decent.
Yep. Prowler's still a good ship. I mean, they didn't put the nerf hammer down on it too much.
Like the alien ships. I mean, it's just...
Yeah. Yeah, and just like you would expect, it had the alien tax on it. So.
And I like the red lightning and everything and all. And, you know, the quantum thing is different and all than other ships and all. And it was just neat.
I missed my turn.
Overall, not as useful as a Carrack.
I really hope the next release addresses this map issue. It's getting to be a real pain in the ass. I was trying to do bounty missions earlier and I couldn't even get the map to come up. Alright, so let's go and try this again.
I'm thinking real hard about setting my stick up in my cockpit tomorrow. And then I'm thinking about playing Star Citizen with my alt account.
Ah. You know, I'd be down for that because I'd like to build Creepy up. Do you have any decent ships for her?
She's got the Avenger Titan.
Ah.
But me playing her means I'm going to be being
naughty. Oh, I know.
So, but apparently you can do those missions now for that. I can't think of his name. Crap, I can't think of his name.
Oh, the crackhead.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is either, but yeah, he's a crackhead.
So, yeah, I mean, the last time I set the account up, I got it all situated, and then they made it to where you really couldn't, it wasn't profitable at all to be bad.
No.
So.
No. Well, all of that's going to change too. I mean, it's already profitable to be bad. You have rep. But that's going to get some major enhancements here when 3.13 drops because they're making even more improvements to rep. You'll be able to see your rep on the screen kind of like you can see an elite right now. When you go visit a station, you can see your rep with that particular faction and that station.
Yeah, like I said, I watched that video today where they were showing the rep things and all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So I've been adding some stuff to the stream. I don't have it working for Trovo yet or YouTube, but it's working for Twitch. When you redeem points rewards on Twitch, some of those have animations that play on the screen.
okay.
So I've got one like that you can feed the kitties with, or give them TREATS, stuff like that. And then I've got stuff for like pagan can't swear and things like that. But I've got several hidden keywords that you can type exclamation point in a certain word or a series of letters, and it will make a sound file play, or it'll make a video animation play. Damn it, we got ghost rocks again. Yep, they're ghost rocks.
You know, I haven't even played to see the best in show paint scheme on my character. I ain't played since that went in.
It's somewhat underwhelming, to be 100% truthful with you.
Well, honestly, a lot of things in Star Citizen are, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Yep, to be fair,
I'm actually looking, you know, I haven't played in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was sorely disappointed in my 125A.
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown.
Well, I'm wondering if they fixed that.
Was it the fuel issue?
Well, first off, mine wasn't black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was just like a primer gray color.
Okay.
Which, you know, most of the time, you know, that's not a huge deal to me, but, you know, I don't care what somebody says to you. They don't buy an Origin ship and not worry about what it looks like.
It's the only reason why you buy an Origin ship.
You don't buy a Cadillac and then, oh, they forgot to put the Cadillac emblems on it. Well, no big deal. No, you driving a Cadillac because you want everybody to see that you got a damn Cadillac, you know? And I mean, I bought that 125A way back when, and it was black with gold trim.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the inside of it is gorgeous. It's an Origin ship.
Yeah.
And then I got it, and it was primer gray. And then the
Ooh.
inside of it, it didn't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
It had a pallet laying on the floor.
Really?
And I'm like,
Huh.
no, you don't buy an Origin ship for it to look like this. I mean,
That's we already have that ship. It's called a Cuddy.
well, I mean, so I didn't like it at all. But I mean, I don't know if they, you know, just hadn't fixed it, or I don't know. I guess I'll log in tomorrow and find out. But if they fixed it, wonderful. If they hadn't, then I might just wind up getting me a new ship.
Mm-hmm. Well, not to be too nosy or anything, or put anything, you know, tell you what to do, but right now there's I just heard something chirp into existence here. There's a ship called the Cyclone MT. It's a combination of missiles and guns on a Cyclone chassis. You can get them in the store right now. I think Warbond 6.5 and... Or, yeah, Fresh Caches. Yeah.
Those are supposed to come out.
Next release.
Because I have a Cyclone.
Well, Cyclone MT. It's a brand new ship. They just started selling it.
I don't have the new one. I've got a. I'll have to look and see here. I don't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a little bit of store credit still.
Yeah.
And
Same here.
let me see here.
You know, I don't normally mine gold, but right now I'm thinking I might just say I mine something, because it's been a while since I've mined anything. Let's get around the backside and get the sun out of our eyes. Yeah, so you can get a cyclone right now, I think. Credit 75. Fresh cash is 65.
Wow. I think
Yeah.
when I got the other one, it was like 40.
Well, yeah, this is fancy smancy and it's green. Let's do a check. Make sure we're gonna be. Yeah, we're in a good spot there.
I've got the Tumbrel Ranger TR.
Yeah, that one, I don't know when that's estimated to be out.
For some reason, I thought that's what you was talking about.
No. This is the Tumbrel. It's got guns and missiles on it. If you look at the Fort Fortuna, if you go to the store site and then click on St. Patrick's Day, it's Fortuna. It will show it there. All right.
Oh yeah, I bought my arrow back. Ooh, I forgot about that.
Well, yeah, the reason why I ask you if your character had any decent ships, because I can always spawn one of mine and she can fly it around.
What is 300 million reward?
Yeah, when they hit 300 million backers, we all got some special gun or something. I'm streaming, by the way, just so you know.
Your son said something in the chat and he didn't reply.
Hold on a minute. What?
Robert said something in chat and you didn't reply.
I'm streaming on Trovo right now and YouTube. Where did he send it?
I don't know, but he said he deleted it because you didn't reply.
Okay, well, I'm not monitoring that feed right now. I'm monitoring Trovo and YouTube.
Because you on Trovo and YouTube?
Correct.
Alright.
That's why I didn't see it. Let me see if I can turn on the restream chat real quick. Apparently I missed a conversation. Okay. We'll open it in the browser. There we go. So, yeah, it's the Cyclone MT or TM. I don't remember the exact acronym, but it's basically a couple of missiles and I think a size 1 or size 2 gun.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. The Cyclone.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got the store credit already, you might as well. Because you can always melt it if you don't really like it. And it's going to come out here in, well, 3.13's with Evo Cadi right now. But I fully expect it to be Wave 1 PTU. I honestly think it's going to be next week.
What I was actually thinking about is I have some buyback things that I'm really wanting to buy back.
He said he saw you go live on Facebook.
And I have a buyback token. So let's see here. I was actually thinking about using my store credit and that 125A and buying something back.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I've had some things that I traded in to be able to take advantage of something, you
Mhm.
know, but I didn't really want to get rid of.
Gotcha. Yeah, I understand. Do you have enough in your store credit to deal with it?
Like the, well, I'm not even sure which one I'm wanting to get, but like right here, I've got the Gladius,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the, well, it doesn't say, it just says Gladius and 6 other items, but it's the limited edition Gladius with the different paint job on it.
Oh, the pirate. Oh no.
Not the pirate, the I think it's the 2013 Gladius thing.
Oh, the Evictus.
Yeah. Well, no, not the It looks like the Invictus paint
Mhm.
job, but this isn't from last year's Invictus event. This is from like 5 years ago. Um,
Hmm.
I won it on,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how the hell do you have something from
and
5 years
so
ago?
it's from 8
Yeah.
years ago, but it's
Mhm.
not really a big deal. It looks like the Invictus paint job, but it's got a different loadout on it, which really don't matter either because you're gonna change it. But
Mhm.
I like the Gladius,
Oh yeah, Gladius is a great ship.
and if you're gonna have one, why not have one that people can't get anymore?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, totally get that.
and but I traded it because I wanted something.
Mhm. Yep.
But I don't know. Ah, crap.
Give me.
See, I think I did some of this wrong.
Mhm.
I had a Mustang Alpha starter pack, and I upgraded it to the Gladius.
Mhm.
And so, no, that game. Where the hell is that?
Well, now I'm curious to know which ship it is.
Oh, I've got a 325A.
Well,
That
that's
was
70 right there.
2950, but that's got the 10-year insurance with it.
Yeah, you probably want to keep that available. Well, not that it really matters. Not that it really matters right now with the whole insurance thing, but yeah, I mean later that might be an issue. And insurance isn't in the game enough where they're going, "Oh, you have to renew your policy with us."
Where is my dang? Where is that?
So I am still getting artifacts here when these rocks blow up. I guess I need to delete my shader cache again.
Well, see, I like
Mhm.
I like different stuff.
Yeah. Me too.
And so I have like my arrow.
Mhm.
I've got the 2018 anniversary arrow.
Oh, okay.
Which, it's a regular arrow, but it's the 2018 anniversary pack.
It's probably got a set of what, a different paint job on it or something.
Uh,
Diamond, eh.
well, first off, it's got lifetime insurance,
That's the thing.
and it's got a different paint job, I believe.
Yeah.
So, which,
Mhm.
not a big deal, but
Yeah.
I like it because. But here's some of the things. I mean, like the Gladius, I loved it because it was different. Sometimes you would land and people would be like, "What? What kind of Gladius is that?"
Mm-hmm. Never seen that before.
But they came out with the Invictus one, and it's the same damn colors. So
Really?
yeah.
Well, that's a ripoff.
So let me see here. Find this.
Yeah, I'm trying to monitor 3 different chats here. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's a little bit tricky. I need to get these events where they work across all 3.
Well, I thought you had something that was going to do that.
Well, Restream chat will take anything from the channels that you're broadcasting to and cross-post them. But since I'm a Twitch affiliate, I can't include Twitch on that without violating the affiliate TOS. So the way that the rewards work, the Twitch rewards work, is obviously it's on Twitch. So I need to see if I can set up something, see if I can get Triggerfire to work on Trovo or YouTube at the least.
Okay, I was wrong on that. All right. The Gladius is the Valiant.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
And it's green with yellow stripes.
Well, that's still kind of cool.
It's different, you know. It's not beautiful or anything, but it's different.
I like green, so.
The one that was different
is
the same as the Invictus is I have the shit.
Well,
Avenger Titan.
It's a shit rock.
We have standards, sir.
We do have standards. And that rock does not meet our quality control standards.
I've got the Avenger Titan that was the the special version that was something about it was made for some fighter pilot that used
Oh, yes.
It was blue and yellow.
Renegade or something like that.
And I really like that because it's the same thing, but it's a different color. I had a different loadout on it.
Yeah.
But then they come out with the Invictus one last year, and it's the same paint scheme.
Yeah.
So now everybody's got it.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was the Gladius, but yeah, that's the...
Mm-hmm.
The Gladius, I got the Valiant.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Invictus Avenger looks just like the Renegade. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, but you know, that's messed up. I mean, you got somebody who's going to pledge for a special edition ship, and then you release a later version that looks just like it. I mean, they need to mix it up a little bit. Yep. It's working. The cross-posting is working. It's just that all the rewards and hidden triggers are coded to work with Twitch right now. And I can't simul-stream with Twitch. So I'll come up with something. But it's pretty cool. I mean, there's all kinds of hidden audio triggers and stuff in there that you can redeem points to use. And people like Murd and Ron and stuff who've been supporting me for like a year have got like ass loads of points.
Well, what all are you streaming on right now?
I'm streaming YouTube, Facebook, and Trovo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't see you on Twitch.
No. I'll do a Twitch test here in just a little bit. I wanted to test to these 3 because I've been having trouble with the feed. I do normally stream to Twitch, but right now I can't do Twitch with Trovo because of the TOS. When you're an affiliate, they won't let you. Yeah.
I haven't used Trovo or...
Yeah.
I've got Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah. I actually prefer YouTube, to be honest with you.
I was watching you on YouTube, but then you was talking about spending your points, and I was like, well, all my points are on Twitch.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing is I don't know how I would do that on YouTube because YouTube doesn't have a point system that you can redeem. It's not like Twitch where like, hey, if you hang out for so long, we'll give you X number of points for putting up with all of our adverts. So I'd have to do it a little differently, and then I got to figure out a bot that's going to respond and then feed that to an overlay so that the audience sees that. That's the challenge. On Twitch, I've got it working great. what's his name? Zira triggered the loop of shame the other day when I was when I missed my station. So I can trigger it on Twitch and it should play. Let's do loop. Yeah, see?
Shame. Shame.
Now it will trigger,
Shame.
but it won't. But you have to be on Twitch in order for it to trigger. You have to post it on Twitch in order for it to trigger here. And unless I'm live streaming, you guys aren't going to be able to type in the chat room. So, yeah. So I've got to come up with a solution. Ooh, I got pips here. What do we got for pips? All right. So yeah. Not exactly the best mining in the world, but like I said, I haven't mined in days. And I'm really not keen to have a lot invested right now because they could release this patch at any time. It's in Evo Kadi right now, but I fully expect it to be Wave 1. If it's not Wave 1 by next weekend, I'll be surprised. Honestly surprised. Yep. See, now it should take that and broadcast it across the network so that what you say on one should show up on the others.
See, the only thing I dislike about YouTube, besides you not being able to use your points and all that, is I have to take it out of, to be able to see chat, I have to take it out of theater mode.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either.
And I like theater mode.
Mm-hmm. I want all the pixels.
Yep.
All the I'm paying for those pixels, damn it. I want every single one. Yep. Oh, look at that. We got a real rock. A real live rock? It's tan. Ooh, Bexolite too. We'll take that for $1. That's a good rock.
It's about time.
Right?
Wait, just started pouring down rain here.
Really?
Yeah, it did. I can hear it with my headset on.
Ooh. I'll tell you this much. I put the headset on the other day and started playing Elite. There were sounds in there I'd never heard before.
Okay.
Because I've always played with those crappy headsets, you know. Like the Zoom type of headsets, the Skype type of headsets. I put these on, put the volume up to about 25. I was like, holy shit. Never heard that before. There we are. Let's jump out and jump into a mining turret. Let's see what we got.
Well, I took, I had a set of nice computer speakers, you know, the 5.1 surround sound. The
Cambridge or Soundworks or something?
Something like that. You know, they were nice, and I paid a few $100 for them, and the amp died in it.
Oh, no!
And, you know, I had all the speakers, but the amp went out, and I mean, so I was like, And I was like, well, I think I can just go on Craigslist or something and go buy me a home stereo amp, you know, a Sony or something, you know, 300 watt amp, you know, and hook it up to those speakers and hook it to the computer with the digital optical output.
Yep.
And so I looked on there, and there was a guy that had a Yamaha 6 something receiver, and he wanted $100 for it. 550 watt 5.1 surround sound stereo receiver.
Jeez.
And so I went to look at it, and he said, well, I'm going off to college and I can't have it in the dorm, you know. He said, so I'm selling my stuff. And I was like, well, $100, you know, I'll take it. You got the remote and all? And he's like, yeah. He says, you need some speakers and all? And I'm like, well, not really. What you got? And long story short, I left there $300 lighter, but I bought that stereo receiver, and I have a 5.1 surround sound Vega speaker system. And the front speakers have 12-inch subs in them.
Oh shit.
And then the .1 standalone sub is an 18-inch subwoofer.
Ooh.
And
Ain't gonna lie, I'm jealous.
I paid $300 for all that. But you know,
Jeez.
like he said, he couldn't take it to college with him, so.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom was turning his bedroom into a sewing room, so.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. And I love it because I like, well, when nobody's at home. I can't turn it up when people are here watching TV and all that. But like when nobody's home, I can take and put my headset on and put like Discord through the headset.
Mm-hmm.
Run the game through the stereo receiver.
Mm-hmm. But that sounds awesome.
Well, you can turn it up a little higher than you normally would because you got the headset on, but you get all the vibrations and everything. And I tell you what, when you got two 12-inch subs in front of you and an 18-inch sub behind you, and you take off in a spaceship, you feel it. And
oh, I'll bet.
It's pretty awesome. But I mean, you can do that. You'd be amazed. I mean, man, if you look on Craigslist or Marketplace, you can always find people selling stereo receivers and speakers cheap.
Yeah. I've got a 5.1 home theater surround sound system stacked in the closet, in the office closet right now. Because there's really nowhere that I want to set it up. I mean, it used to be in the bedroom before the storm. And some of the components got damaged. Some of them are just fine. So, I mean, I could hook that up to this thing and it would be awesome.
Well, it's really easy to set up on a computer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, you know, when you're doing it in the living room, it's like, oh, man, I got to run speaker wire to the to the room. And, you know, but on a computer, it's no big deal at all.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can't do it when other people are home watching TV and all that. But having a good subwoofer... And like I said, put the headset on, you know, and it's like you're in a ship because you'd be wearing a headset to talk to people anyhow.
Hey, baby.
You know, but then you've got that ambient sound outside of you, you know, from the ship. And I mean, just...
Oh, that's got to sound awesome.
I know in Star Citizen, I mean, you know, in that Carrack, oh, man, the Carrack sounds awesome through a big stereo system.
Oh, I'll bet.
Shower down on that throttle, man. That thing just... it sounds good.
Yeah. But the first day I had this headset, I played Elite. And I'm like, what? What is that? So I pulled the headset off thinking there's something going on in my house. And it was just the sounds when you enter Super Cruise. It was crazy. I'm definitely jelly. But yeah, I mean, that home theater would be awesome to hook up here.
Well, I mean, the Sewing Vega's not the best speakers in the world, but they make great subs, and that's primarily what I'm using it for.
Oh, yeah.
But I tell you what, this thing, it will vibrate the windows through the whole house.
Hey, baby.
I can get the youngins to come in from outside at the pool by turning it on. They'd be sticking their head in the sliding glass door. What are you doing?
Yep. So I was playing around with something today called NDI. November Delta Indigo. But they have a standalone package of tools. And what it does is it captures your output from your video adapter, sends it across the local network to other devices. So on the very lowest level, you could have it where it's a remote monitoring system. So say that you've got another computer that's older, slower, but it's got a great display on it, you know. You could run this utility on the computer you're using, your primary, and it would show up on that secondary computer. So you could turn it into like a monitor, like a studio monitoring monitor or something like that. But I was playing around with trying to use that for streaming, and there's a utility on there that works great, except that it's all CPU load. And it will capture all 4 screens and the webcam feed and send that across local network to a client device that can probably, show this here, show this here, show this here. But it's all CPU load lace, and it's just too much for like gaming and streaming. But one of their plugins for OBS works just great, because I can have this OBS capture what I need, the webcam, the microphone, the game, send it across the network to the other computer, and that can broadcast that stream out, which is how I normally stream. But I thought I would do a stress test since I'm making those settings changes, and it seems like it's doing okay. The outgoing feed seems to be pretty stable.
Well, I don't do streaming or anything, but I mean, I haven't looked into it, but how expensive are those internal boxes that just go in between your video output and capture it and send it to other things? It's not done software, and it's not done on your computer. It's done by that standalone box.
About $100 for a decent quality one. You can get a piece of shit one for about 70. But the what that one does is, you know what? I'm heading back anyway. What the lower quality one does is it basically converts it into like a webcam feed. But it captures the HDMI out. You feed audio in, and it loops that back out to the output side. So it would go between your monitor and your computer or whatever. And then the feed gets captured over a USB. The cheapies do it using a lower quality webcam chipset that basically becomes a moving JPEG, which is okay to look at it, but the quality is kind of shit, to be honest with you.
Well, the reason why I asked is way back when, we've had cameras over the times,
Mm-hmm.
And we have, I think it's high 8 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And all that's gone now, so it was like, we got all these damn high 8 tapes. We need to get these off high 8 and onto something else.
That's what I would do, is I would use one of those capture devices.
Well, I bought one of those, and you unplug your video card.
Mm-hmm.
You plug it into your video card, and then you plug your monitor into the box.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I know,
Whoa.
it outputs it to whatever, which we could run it over to the TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I know while the wife was editing those things and all, I could still play games. I mean, because it didn't do anything to my gaming computer.
Mm-mm.
It just went to that box.
Yeah.
And so I was just wondering, man, you could have your computer just gaming.
Yeah.
And then you could take that box and output it out and output it to something else and have something else sending everything else up and not have any load on your gaming computer.
See, now that's yeah, and that's generally what I do is I have OBS running, but just enough to run that plugin. So the OBS running on graphics adapter number 2, all it has to do is combine the webcam feed, the input from the microphone, the game capture window, send that over NDI to the laptop. The laptop does all the broadcasting. It combines the overlays and all of that stuff. And that worked pretty well. But right now, I'm streaming everything from the primary gaming computer using the CUDA cores off of the secondary adapter, and it seems to be okay. I mean, I'm not getting any artifacts. I'm not seeing any artifacts. I'm recording it. Oh, no, I'm not recording it. So I'll have to basically play back on the VODs for each website and see.
I'll have to look for that thing and find it and tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it just because, to record all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And we copied over some VCR tapes on the DVDs, and then we copied the high 8s to DVDs, and all that. And then once we were done, I don't need it anymore, But let me see if I can find it. Hell, if it's something you can use, I've just got it sitting here collecting dust.
Okay.
But what I did is, well, I didn't want to sit here and do all that. The wife wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So but I had what it was is our camera, the Sony camera had a, uh, what is it Sony used? It wasn't USB, it was,
Firewire?
FireWire.
Mm-hmm.
And, Sharon's computer didn't have FireWire, so I hooked that box up to my computer, and then I hooked the camera up to that FireWire port. And it did it, and then sent it to her computer. And like I said, I mean, it didn't phase my gaming system at all, because my gaming system wasn't doing anything. I mean, that box was doing it all.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, ain't no telling what Sharon paid for that stupid box.
Well, that's something that I'd like to do at some point.
Well, let me see if I can find it. If it's something you can use, I mean, I don't need it at all.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I don't know if it's something you can use. You know, it might be old junk, or it might be something good. I don't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it seemed like that would work good.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's the direction I would go. I'd go with a USB capture card, and then take the feed out to the other computer, and the other computer would do all the grunt work.
But I'm thinking that this is not a cheap one, because she priced having somewhere do all that for us, and it was going to cost, man, to do everything. They wanted like $1,200.
What?
Well, we had a bunch of, we had VCR tapes, we had the 8mm tapes, we had the i8 tapes, you know.
So
all the kid graduation, dance recitals, field days, you know. But
so
I mean, it was expensive, but it was a lot cheaper than paying somebody to convert all that over.
is it an HDMI pass-through? Is that what it is?
It's got, I would have to find it. It's got a lot of inputs and outputs on it.
Okay.
You can pretty much hook just about anything to it and come out of it. But if it doesn't have that input, you can hook it to the computer, and it'll catch anything coming out of the video output.
Ah, okay. And then a USB on the other side then.
But it doesn't, it's good quality. I mean, well,
Oh, we're full.
I mean, I say good quality, but, well, you know, our i8s wasn't exactly 4K or nothing, you know, so.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how good a quality it actually goes up to, but I'd say way better than webcam or anything, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was looking at one the other day, and if you read the description, the title of the item, you're like, wow, that's awesome, that's perfect. And then when you start looking at the specs, you're like, well, this is using this chipset. And you look at that chipset, and you're like, whoa, my Logitech cam from 1995 used that chipset. I remember what kind of quality I was getting from that.
Well, this box, I mean, it's actually got a processor and RAM and everything in it.
Show mining chart.
This little standalone box does all the processing and, you know, all that stuff. So there's no load on your computer at all.
Show mining chart.
Sharon said, hey.
Hey, Sharon. Hopefully she's doing better.
So that means my dinner is here, so.
Hey, tell her I said hello, and thanks for popping in. Appreciate it.
It was good talking to you.
Always, man. I've been missing you. So.
Hopefully I'll be being here a little more often now.
Yep, likewise.
We'll see you later, man.
See you later, buddy. Have a good night.
You too.
Alright, so we can set our route. Let's go sell this stuff. Well, I'd call that a successful stream test. I didn't see any glitches. I'm not seeing any artifacts. to any one of the outputs. Awesome. It seems like it's doing okay. We'll see. Sell this crap off. You guys can't see the kitty cam, but you're basically just missing a cat cleaning her toenails. Isn't that right, sneakity sneaks? Isn't that right, sneakity sneaks? You know what? We'll just take the slow way in. There we go. I like what they did with the shipping lanes on this. The paths in and out of the asteroid belt. It's all lit up. It's nice. If you get real close to them, there's advertisements. You see little advertisements for brands. Whoop! Invisible ghost rock. Open contacts.
Contacts.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Close contacts.
Confirmed.
Oh, where's our pad at? Where's my pip? Ah, on the other side of this ring. Landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Landing gear down.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain.
Balance power.
Equalizing power.
Landing complete.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
We'll fix it, then we'll jump out. That's one.
Systems activating. Systems
Alright.
on.
Now should be the hydro. And should be resupply next.
Engine fuel 100%.
And then repair. We're good. Alright, let's get out of here. Come on, space dude. Yeah, who needs ladders? Plunk. It's only a broken ankle. No big deal. Oh, I hear gunfire. Uh-oh. This is why you leave the shields on. So if some asshole starts shooting at your ship with cargo on it, it takes longer for them to blow it up. And what you do as soon as you get to the lobby, you store the ship. So it can't be shot anymore. If you're really desperate, you land illegally and they impound your ship within 45 seconds. And that's shorter than running all the way to the ASOP terminal and requesting to store it. I'm clicking the magic button. Come on. There we go. And store. Done. So, let's go sell some freight. Oh, look at this. And we'll go to the refinery. Let's put on our civic clothes. Come on. There we are. Come on. There we are. Excuse me, sir. Move out of the way, you bloody peasants. You two. Excuse me. Ahem. Excuse me, sir. Must get by. Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain.
Don't you see I have a top hat? That means I'm important.
Hey, back again, I see. Welcome.
Quite so.
See
Now,
it?
how much do we get for selling it outright? 25 grand to sell it outright, which means if we process it, we'd get about 50 grand. I'm good to sell it right now. There's a patch dropping any time, and I don't want to risk the labor. And I shouldn't have anything here to pick up. I don't believe I do.
Hi. Good to have you back.
Let's find out.
You see
Nope.
anything you like?
Boom. It's not an ollie kick flip, but it'll work. He looks kind of goofy with a skull cap and his hat on. Dork. Dork, dork, dork. Come on, little dude. Ah, can never get back there.
What?
You sure are mouthy. She's mouthy. Do we have anything we need to claim before we log out? Nope, that's good, that's good. Awesome. Okay. Well, this is the point where we say goodbye. Stream test successful.